Hola.
Hey everybody, welcome to Racing Roots with the Hamms. Tonight, obviously, it's me and Tracy, or Tracy and I guess would be the proper way to say
Us.
that. And as you see, we're not in the DHammiam Randy Marion studio this evening. We're at the Hampstead or Hamscapes, whichever you prefer to call it. So Dickie Dennis is tuned in. Thank you so much. He says he's been stuck watching Green Acres and Gomer, then Hogan's Heroes. That is one of my all-time favorite shows right there, Hogan's Heroes. A lot of history in that show. And, of course, I love the history. So we've been really, really busy. We've been traveling the world travelers that we are. Actually, we went down to Daytona area, to Leon Springs. We were over there for a little bit. Ponce Inlet, where the parade was. So we met with some of our legend friends down there, of course.
Let's back before we start. Let's start with the first day that we got there.
Good Blair.
Okay. What did we do? What did we do the first day?
Well, we're the first day we were down. Thursday we drove down. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and we had a little surprise at the hotel when we got there. Our buddy beer man Scott Trevison had stopped by and dropped off some
goodies.
Yeah, some goodies for us. So not goodies, headache powders, but yes, good stuff there. Thanks to our buddy Scott.
Total surprise.
And also a postcard that said Daytona.
Welcome to Daytona.
Welcome to Daytona. Yeah, I should have grabbed that when I grabbed these other postcards.
That's all right.
And then
so we went across the street and got some not so great food.
I thought it was pretty good.
Mine wasn't great.
She's picky. I'm not.
No, I'm not picky. It's just it was sketch, but it was edible.
What? I don't even remember what you talking about when we got there.
I got a calzone.
Oh yeah, that was good. I got wings and ate half the calzone, but yeah, it was kind of pricey, but it wouldn't have been the best place to eat. But hey,
whatever.
It did fill the people. So Friday we went out on the boat with Scott.
Yeah, we spent all day on the boat with Scott. He took us out for a tour instead of a 3-hour tour. Took us on an all-day tour. So we went and had lunch, drove around, went and had dinner.
Drove around?
Rode around.
Floated around.
What do you say?
I don't know. I guess it's float, drive, whatever.
Cruised
around.
Yeah. We did something
Cruised
like
up and down the Halifax River or the Intercoastal Waterway down there.
Intercoastal.
Yeah, so that was a good time, and we went to eat a couple places, as Tracy mentioned. It's always cool to pull the boat up into the dock, jump out, wrap the ropes around the thingies, and then go eat.
Wrap around the thingies.
That was a good time. So
motor boating.
Yeah, that was his boat stays at the Coquina Marina, which is
Bill Francis.
Yes, it's Jim France's office overlooks, but it's owned by the France family. So there's been many parties there, many good times. It's not too far away from Holly Hill, which was where the best damn garage in town, Smokey Unit's place, was. And that's where I went down there and did that little video, sort of a tribute to Smokey Unit, who I got to work around some. And I remember the first time I met him, I was very intimidated and I was starstruck. I was like, that's Smokey Unit. And I need to go up to my boss, and who was the head engine builder. I need to go up and ask him a question. So I did, and I remember it very clearly.
You had to ask who a question.
Smokey was very nice. Well, I had to ask the Cringe, Keith Simmons.
Is that who Cringe is? Okay.
Yep.
Dad's talked about Cringe.
Yeah, something like that. So
Cringe and Crusher and all them guys.
So then Saturday it was a busy time the whole time we were down there. We were down there.
Wait a minute. What question was it you had to ask?
9 days.
Now you've got us interested.
It had something to do with the engine that I was working on in the car, and we were at Daytona, and went up to ask a specific question. Were we going to change the alternator or something like that?
I thought you said you remembered the question.
Well, I didn't remember the question. I remember meeting Smokey Unit though. Like it was. I remember him standing there looking at me and I'm just like, oh, Smokey Unit. Hey, nice to meet you. That kind of stuff. Starstruck, like I said. It was very cool. but I don't remember the question. But
why is that showing on
this
your
is
computer
before
and this isn't showing on
we
mine?
had any cell phones. This was in the late 90s. So, yeah. That was that.
Then after we did that, what did we do Saturday?
I got a list here because I had to write everything down on what days we did. We had a Racing North Turn Legends Beach Parade. So if you haven't seen that video, I've already posted 2 different videos from that, or 3. And that was a blast. We drove the Ed Knowles number 37 Ford around the 4-mile track.
We're going to back up and say I was a little upset.
Oh, Tracy was
because
upset.
You kept saying, I'm going to get to ride in the car. I'm going to get to ride in the car.
You'll be all right.
And I was like, what about me? So we get there.
So you sit on somebody's lap.
And the gentleman comes up and he says, oh, you're Mr. Hamm? Okay, you're Mr. Hamm. Here y'all go. And I was like, heck yeah, I get to ride. And it actually had a seat this time. Because the first time we went in, I had to sit on the floor panel with a pillow. No, what did we have? A blanket or something?
Something like that, yeah.
We had something.
Probably my bag, but
yeah.
You had to sit on it.
Anyways, so this time, the floorboard was so hot, I kid you not, when we stopped, I went to lift my feet and they were glued to the metal.
So, yeah, but your shoes were on the floorboard, not your butt this time.
Right.
So that was good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, so it was a very hot vehicle.
In other words, you had a seat on the passenger side to sit in, a racing seat.
Yeah, it was nice.
So nice and comfortable for her.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. That was the beach parade at the beach road course, like 4 miles long. And so Dick Seidenspinner and Scott Trevison were there to
wait for me because they thought I was going to have to be on the sidelines.
Yeah, they were there to greet us whenever we got done.
Yeah.
As well as, so there was a lot of our other friends out there too, riding in the cars. As I mentioned, one of those was Bill Blair. He was in the Kaiser Special car, and he was I don't remember if he was in front of us or behind. Well,
he was behind us because we parked and then he came up and parked.
Yeah.
We were already out of the car.
Yeah.
Parked.
What's interesting about that car is actually one that Tracy's grandfather worked on.
Yeah.
And you got to wonder if your dad worked. Well, your dad was probably too young to work on it back then, because that was a, I don't know, 30-something car there too.
Don't know.
So anyway, 30-something Ford.
If Dad's watching, maybe he can tell us.
Yep. And he also in the parade was the B-29 of Dink Widenhouse. Sorry, we're over this way. Dink Widenhouse. And Dink Widenhouse is from Concord originally, but this was the last time that he was going to go down there. The other guy was supposed to be there. Johnny Allen was supposed to be there, but he was gone somewhere else. And then Brownie King. I should have grabbed a Brownie King postcard.
Oh, Scott's watching.
Brownie King was there too. So yeah.
We were just talking about you, Scott.
Yeah, we sure was. And yeah, Scott saved the day. I'm gonna tell you how he saved the day. It's not the. I'm a little bit embarrassed to talk about it, but I have to wear a CPAP when I sleep.
Oh yes.
And anybody else that doesn't have a CPAP, or you're fortunate that you don't have to wear one.
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot mine. Of all things to forget packing, I've totally forgot it.
What's it on his list?
And I about went into hysterics. I mean, just like
we were searching for rental companies.
Yeah.
I told David, I said, let's go to Goodwill and Restore, see if we can find one. And then all of a sudden, Scott says, I've got one.
Yep, Scott came through.
To get your hoses.
Saved the day, saved the week.
Look, he put Z's on here.
Oh my gosh, because the first night
was terrible.
Horrible. My
he didn't sleep much, and I didn't sleep at all because I'm sitting there every time he'd stop breathing.
Yeah, my iWatch tells me it keeps up with my sleep, and yeah, it wasn't even registering that night because it was that bad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He stops breathing at least 70 times per hour.
Yeah. So anyway.
I pick up my CPAP machine next week. How are you using it?
Fill it
using it, David.
I use it anytime I sleep, anytime I take a nap. Well, not every time I take a nap, but anyway. It's going great. You have to use the CPAP. If you need a CPAP, you need it because it's not good for your heart if you don't have the CPAP because it has to overwork to produce the oxygen or try to pump more oxygen in your blood, basically. All right, so back to Dink Widenhouse, one of our heroes. He was down there. This is the last time he was going to be down there. So we're going to try to get with him sometime soon. Whenever he was a teenager in high school, he would leave school, drive 3.5 hours up to Virginia, go up there and win the race, and then come back home. Many times.
Whip your butt. That's what he would tell the driver. I'm gonna whip your butt.
Yeah, so he talks to Tracy a lot whenever we get around him, and it's just one of the funniest things. Sweet man. Yeah. There's Danny's card, Granny's card.
So there's a question, David.
Yes.
NASCAR man says, "Who is your favorite NASCAR driver?"
Oh, he must be friends with Davida or the other daughter that
NASCAR man. Who is your favorite NASCAR driver?
Who is my favorite?
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
It's a question.
My favorite driver. Okay, so I just got to be honest. I'm really good friends with Kyle Petty right now. I love Kyle, but Sterling Marlin was my favorite driver.
As a child growing up, who's your favorite driver?
Okay. As a child growing up, my favorite was Cale Yarborough in the 70s, and it started with David Pearson when I go back to probably 5-6 years old. Then it was Cale Yarborough, and then it was Darrell Waltrip. And pretty much Darrell Waltrip through his whole career up until when I started going to the track. And then, of course, it was Kyle because that was the first driver I was with. And then it ended up with Sterling. So, yeah.
Mine was Harry Gant. Harry is the nicest man. My dad used to work for him, so that was my induction into racing was with Harry Gant.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he's still a nice gentleman. He still remembers my dad, and he still remembers the crew he had. And we saw him, how long has it been? 6 months, maybe?
Well, yeah.
It was about 6 months ago that we had Harry on our show.
We had Harry on the show, and her dad came too.
Mm-hmm.
And the bandit, Gail Wilson, was with them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up seeing Harry again down at Phil Combs's event at his museum at his house. Harry was there.
And I was actually in Tennessee at that time.
Yep, you were out of town.
For work.
But the first time we were together and met Harry, I guess you could say, this was at Taylorsville in a high school. And
oh, yeah, I accosted him.
Yeah. So he was like, what did he call your dad? I forgot what he said. He was. It was.
Probably, I don't know, probably a genius or something.
Yeah, most people say he's a genius. He's Einstein.
Yeah.
He's fabrication genius. All that good stuff. Always good positive things. Dad has
finally retired. He is finally retired after what? Let's see, he's in his 70s, so he started to work when he was 15, so 60-something years. I think he kind of deserves a retirement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the other, let's see, Ronnie Thomas was down there as well. Our good friend Ronnie Thomas. We went out to dinner with him and Skip Pollitt. And so we got to see a lot of good friends down there.
Somebody says, what
Stoney.
if NASCAR goes electric? Yuck.
Stoney and Clint Ballard.
And the Racing Roots.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Did you see
Stoney.
Danny's gray and cards?
Well, I was looking at this one first.
Okay. What if NASCAR goes to electric? Oof.
How can you engineer electric to go faster?
They kind of tested some of that. I don't know if they'll just have like a little bit of a, maybe they'll have some machines that can put out the smells of the burning fuel or something. I mean, I don't know. Just a thought.
What's the smells got to do with speed?
Because that's part of the experience going to a racetrack.
Yeah.
You got the smell of the burning rubber and the fuel.
That's true.
Yeah, so
that's true.
The electric cars just don't do it. Yeah.
You can't hear them. You wouldn't have to wear earplugs.
Yeah, I guess so. They'd be like, they would be torque. I mean, acceleration would be incredible.
Yeah.
That's
Scott says they are going electric. They may have hybrid electric under cautions.
Hybrid electric under cautions.
So when we went to.
Yep, maybe.
When we went to your son's wedding, Tyler's wedding,
on
the bridge, an electric car ran out of juice and was holding up traffic because It was a 2-lane bridge, and we had to wait for cars in order to get around.
Was I there?
When we went to Tyler's wedding? Yeah, you were there.
Oh, yes, I went to the wedding.
He must have been a little tipsy.
I don't know. You know, weddings are just not my thing, but
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. Especially when you can sleep half the time.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. As much, you know.
You've got a chauffeur.
Yeah. So, Phillips, you can read his comment.
Well, you're going to have to scroll.
I know we're trying to keep it from scrolling down too much. So
these weren't, mine's not getting all the comments.
Oh, you know what I can do? I can show the questions right here on the screen. So, Philip Riot says, nice racer in person with Sterling Marlin, awesome guy.
I don't like that. I can't see the question.
Okay. And Newman is tourist. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Is this a new, move the thing. I can't see it.
Okay.
Is this a new setup or what's going on?
Oh.
Yes. So we are in our house because the radio station we were broadcasting out of lost their lease because they sold the company and jacked up the rent. So that's why we're in our house. And because of that, we can travel now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I kind of had this idea all along of doing a show where I can do it on the road, I guess you could say. So.
Oh, Billy Dawson's watching.
Hey, Billy Dawson.
He's my dad's friend.
That's right. Yeah. We were just talking about your dad a minute ago. Philip says, I'm done with NASCAR if they go electric. Well, so here's the thing. There's always going to be other series in NASCAR, and they're not all going to go electric.
EcoBoost.
Yeah, but it's going to be a long time before they all go electric. Just like, you know, now they're in the Cup Series, they're running the fuel injection, and they're not in the Xfinity. I don't think they are. Still hadn't caught up yet. So it would be the Cup Series most likely, and then the others would follow how many years later. So
how do I scroll up? Because I'm not seeing all the comments on my page.
Okay.
David
So
Hamm, I can't see that.
Okay. So you can't see this? Look, it's right here. Could you imagine?
Could you imagine if we all drove electric cars from the beginning and some guy named David Hamm and Robert Yates Racing decided to build an internal combustion engine that ran on gasoline that did less harm to the environment? You could drive it in any type of weather. Oops.
Yep.
Oops, I missed it. And where am I at? And you can go up to 600 miles without refueling.
Yes.
The new cars would sell like hotcakes with internal combustion engines. Just think.
Might be onto something there, Scott. Might have to come up with something like that.
Wait, Tracy just said, move the thing. I can't see it. What I meant is the comments or keep scrolling. Every time somebody says something, it moves up, so I can't see anything.
Yeah, there you go. That's funny.
Random Epic says, hello, long time no see.
Mm-hmm. Hey, how you doing there, Tim?
Dickie tries to
Tim, right?
Dickie tries to pull my leg every time he can.
Yeah, he does.
And you know what? It's all right because I like a joke.
Yep, she goes along with them pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so what else did we do? We did the check my list here.
So I'm going off of memory. So Sunday.
I meant to put the Racing Roots banner in the background, but I just didn't.
Well, it's okay.
So here's the honest truth. I was trying to get set up with my computer, my microphones,
Roku,
my soundboard, and all that stuff. But for some reason, it wasn't working. So it's probably this laptop. I might have to swap it and use my other one. But I didn't have time. So we already started 30 minutes later than what we normally would do. But thank you for that. So the first turn, let's see, Saturday's events.
We went to the First Turn restaurant.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Back to Saturday, though. Dargan Watts was there, of course. And so Dargan was the guy that my contact down there that always gets us hooked up with
historian.
Stuff. Yeah, he's a local historian down there. And Jane, his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they're doing okay now because I heard they got sick afterwards. But they also had Jeff Hammond was doing the stage deal. So they had me up there with Jeff asking the questions for our friends. So that was a good time. And then that was Saturday. We rode in the car, of course, in the parade, as I mentioned. So the Sunday First Turn event.
Yes. So David did an autograph session, and I'm walking around with the little GoPro, thinking I'm recording everything, thinking I'm recording the whole thing. He's up on the stage with Jeff Hammond, and they're talking to the drivers and all this. Oh, no, that was the next day.
Oh, we're going back to Saturday now. We'll just stay on
Okay.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'm recording everything, and then we get back to the room that night, and David's like, where's the footage?
Yeah, it wasn't on there, so
where's the footage?
That's all right.
So apparently the battery died.
Yeah, the battery died because she was recording everything for...
Well, I mean, I need to get as much footage as I could. I might have missed something good.
Yeah, that's okay then. It worked out the way it's supposed to, I suppose. So, not random, but he's on
but
here.
Y'all can tell from the videos that I got good footage, because that was most of my footage that y'all were watching.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That GoPro is definitely the smoother of the two. So, yeah. Hey, Leland. Leland's tuned in. Leland Johnson. He says better late than never. So, yeah. Good to see you.
At least we have Traci Cam. The show is not a total loss, Jim Dooley says.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Oh, there's Jim. Hey, Jim. Yes.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, we got both of us on the camera at the same time. We just need a good backdrop. And now we'll get it together.
You don't like my plant that I've kept a year alive for like 15 years?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so Sunday was the First Turn event, which was another, well, it is a restaurant, but it's a biker bar down there. So then we had the autograph sessions and stuff, and there was a lot of people. The Brownie King was there again. Will Cronkite.
Skip Pollock.
Yep. Stoney Ballard, Clint Ballard.
Ronnie Thomas.
Yeah. And Richard Poindexter.
Dick was there. I mean, Dink.
Who was there? Robert. Anyway, there's a lot of people there. It was a great event. Great to be around all of those friends of ours. And Andy Sice says that's a new studio.
It's called the Hammstead.
Yeah, we're working on that. We got some stuff. Well, actually, what we're going to do, Andy,
like I'm crooked.
Is you about got my toe. Okay. Is we're probably going to end up going and doing the show. I don't need it. Right. Anyway, we got stuff in the works, so we'll see. We got to figure this out.
Yeah.
I was going to say we're going to do it in other locations where we can interview more people on the spot, but it's not necessarily always going to be live. So, but I'm not sure. We'll just have to see roll with it for now. Yeah.
What we can conjure up. So back to Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's when we were at the First Turn, and David is going around with the GoPro, getting all the footage of all the cars there. And guess what? Didn't record.
Oh yeah, didn't record.
So it wasn't just me. It was him.
Well, the battery was charged. It's just it didn't record for some reason. But anyway, I ended up getting them the next day, so or that next Wednesday.
So David did an autograph session there as well. He did it at North Turn, and then he did it at First Turn. Then after that,
hold on, where are you going now?
On Sunday.
Okay. Then after that, we had a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, you're going into another.
Well, then when did we do the driver talk? The same day we were at the First Turn.
Oh yeah, we went into a room.
That was in the morning, and then we went to Super Bowl in the evening.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a round table.
He's trying to confuse me.
It's supposed to be a round table discussion with the different.
See, you even got it on here Sunday.
Like Ken Reagan was there, so he got up and talked for a while, and then Will Cronkite. They finally actually put 3 guys up there at the same time. It was Will Cronkite and who else was?
Ken Trout.
Ken Trout, yeah, and another guy up there. So there was pretty cool stories, and I did get a lot of video of that. So just stay tuned for those videos to be popping up. I'll have those coming out real soon. And then videos that I took. Oh, so we had a Super Bowl party out at the Trevison farm.
Lolly's farm.
Yeah, so that was a good time.
And we had all kind of goodies. We had tacos. We had chips.
Yeah, pork loin or something you wanted.
Well, I didn't know they were doing tacos.
Oh, fish tacos.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well, you don't eat fish.
Well, I'm just saying I didn't know they were doing tacos.
Oh.
Or I wouldn't have gotten a pork loin.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I don't do seafood.
So the next day was our day off. Their only day that we kind of had a day off.
And David went and got a haircut.
I did get a haircut that day, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got a haircut. I got all of them cut. And she got a massage.
Yes.
What a
Between the driving and the pillows at the resort, my neck was like this. Yeah. I couldn't even hardly move.
I told her she keeps driving and I'll buy her a massage.
That's right. I drove down there and I drove back home.
Yes. So while she was getting a massage, I walked across the parking lot. Or did I drive?
Yeah, you drove. You walked.
And I went and bought this book right here. Kyle Petty, Swerve or Dice. It's a great book from what I've read so far. Of course, I read the first section and about choked me up pretty bad because it's about, yeah. And I just, good Lord. It's a tearjerker, especially the first section. But anyway, so I took it to Kyle, and we'll get to that here in a minute. And he signed it. And I think it looks like it says, thanks.
It's Hamm.
Can anybody tell what it says?
Hamm.
It says Hamm because he calls me Hamm Man. But it says, thanks for everything, Kyle Petty.
It took us a few minutes.
Yeah, it took a little while for us. And he looked at me and he was thinking about what to write. And then he's like, then he wrote thanks for everything.
So we saw Kyle the next day. Was it the next day?
No, that was Wednesday. We're jumping ahead.
Okay, so we're jumping ahead.
Yeah, we went to
Tuesday.
Hard Rock Cafe was Tuesday. Hard Rock Cafe and Sterling Marlin and friends. We had
awards.
Scott Trevison. And
the dinner.
Yeah, we had the dinner that evening, awards dinner. And so Kyle was there, Michael was there, Michael Waltrip. And they were hilarious up on the stage.
Totally.
And I got video, Scott, to send you of that. Whenever Michael was down there, y'all were joking around.
Suit.
Yeah, with his little suit tucked in. So they had this neat little, I don't know what it was.
It was like a little
outfit.
jockey suit. It had a top and then it had little pants.
Yeah, from like this.
Yeah, like
60s.
Yeah, it was
70s.
old. And there was over 60-something drivers' names on there from, what did they say? The date was 66?
There was something like that. It was Jabe Thomas. A bunch of people signed it.
They said that the reason they could pinpoint it was because one guy that signed it, it was the only year he raced in that particular car. And when he signed it with that particular car number.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was 67, 66.
Mm-hmm.
Scott says, was I there?
Yeah. You were there.
You were there, keeping the Coors Light coming.
That's it, yes. Even had Lee Petty's signature on it too, right? Oh, yes, I put the stuff up here. And, yeah, so there's
it shows their face? Does it show their face too?
If it's a, yeah, it's a YouTube, yeah.
Hello, great show back in 1985. Bill ran well over 200 with little to no front air damage and little to no rear spoiler. Today that can't race at 177 without crashing at Daytona. What's up with that?
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that?
I don't know. They had so many cautions the other night watching that race. Wait a minute, that's at Daytona he's talking about. We were there. Okay, hold on, back up. We were there for the truck race, the ARCA race, and we were there for the qualifying races. So yeah, it's called 2023. I'm not sure what they mean.
I can see Dickie Dennis sneaking up at the window behind us with the mask on, just and tapping on the window. Dickie, would you do that?
Yeah, I should have hung our banner up in the background, but yes, there's Jason Shoemaker. So good to see y'all here again. Hey, Jason.
Yeah, the last time we saw you was at Stocks for Tots.
Yep, Iredell County's finest.
Mm-hmm.
Sheriff's Office.
So, can we proceed to the next day?
Okay, the next day was
Tuesday. Oh, no.
No, we're on Wednesday now.
Okay, Wednesday. We went to the Streamline Hotel, and we were on the rooftop, and we were seated. We were at the first of the table was David, and then it was me, and then it was Kyle Petty.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was probably 100 and something people giving autographs.
Yeah.
And they said there were 1,200 people there.
They said there were going to be 80 people doing all signings. Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought they said 120.
So Tracy got between me and Kyle, of course.
Yeah, I had to be in the middle. Why not?
That's fine.
Why wouldn't I?
Well, and I moved whenever you come back from somewhere. Said, all right, here's your seat back.
I went to go get food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there.
But the reason that I sat in the middle too was because David's name was over on the end of the table, and then Kyle's was in the table, and they had a seat in the middle. And I was like, I'll sit in the middle.
Yep. I think I put that there for you, just for you, because I mentioned that you were going to be there with me.
So thank you for that, Mr. Roach.
And
Roach?
Yeah, Eddie Roach. Yeah. So that was, let's see, Donnie Allison came to that. And there was...
What was the lady's name?
Linda Vaughn.
She was there.
She was also there Tuesday night, but yeah, she was there Wednesday. That's Miss Hurst Shifter. So that was a good time. But I think she was, well, that's another story. But let's see, who else was there? There's a lot of Skip.
You didn't walk around too much, but.
No, I didn't. I did take my camcorder, or my GoPro camcorder, and went around and got everybody that was still there. Jerry Cook was there.
Did it record?
Yeah, it did. So I did do that. Got that right. Matthew Dillner was.
I did see Rossi. Did see Rossi there.
Bill.
Yeah.
Bill Rossi. Yeah.
The
son of Mario Rossi.
The child. He's not a child.
He's older than we are.
Okay. He might not be.
He might not be. Oh, sorry. Let's change this. Change the on the screen here. There we go. All right. Oh, so that was Wednesday, the Streamline Hotel. Then there was the Thursday was kind of a surprise because Scott's like, y'all want to go to the race? And I really hadn't thought about it. I kind of did, but I was like, well, we didn't get tickets or anything. So anyway, we ended up going to the race Thursday evening. That was the twin, or used to be the Twins, the Gatorade 150s or whatever.
West Virginia Mike says, hey, sounds good. Y'all been eating good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, thanks for that. You got that right.
He just called us both out.
Yes.
Looks like y'all been eating good.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Oh, it sounds like y'all been eating good. Talking about the Super Bowl.
I thought she was saying we look. Yeah, you know, the camera adds 30 pounds. In my case. That's what I try to think.
Oh, Lord,
so
we entertain ourselves. We entertain ourselves.
Yeah. All right, so back to qualifying races. We went over to the Wawa.
Wawa.
And Natalie Decker was there, and Chuck and Amy. So it was good to see them, and figured out they're not too far down the road from us. So we'll get together sometime.
I'm laughing at what David wrote down.
And then, oh yeah, I wrote down stuff. Got my notes here just because I wanted to make sure I covered. You know, it's when you go on a vacation and you end up doing something every day besides laying by the pool, you have to write down so that you remember, because you kind of could forget what day it is too. So,
but I tell you what, the week flew by.
Oh yeah, it went by.
No downtime, but it flew by.
Yeah. So we went to the race. We ended up going into race. So Scott picked us up at the Wawa, and the manager there was nice enough to let us leave our car there. So we ended up going in, and we went and had a good time. We watched the truck race and then watched the ARCA race. I took lots of video.
Oh, we had lunch with Kyle Lockroad.
That was Friday, wasn't it?
That was one day.
That was the next day. So
did you write that in your notes?
Yeah, it's on there. It's on Friday. You keep jumping ahead. Anyway, yeah, so that was Thursday night. So we got done from there and went back to the car, went back to the hotel, which wasn't too far away, and then crashed out for the night. Then the next day, we weren't planning on going back to the track. We were actually planning on going home. We thought about it.
Written on here.
So Friday, we checked out of the Wyndham, went to the Coquina. Oh, I guess I didn't write it on there.
You didn't.
Okay. We checked out of the room Friday, went to lunch. We went over to the flea market. So this flea market was incredible down there at Daytona.
Oh, David was in heaven.
I was like, you know what? I could walk around this place for hours, and I could probably spend a little bit of money.
You would have been there all day in the one section.
Yeah. If you're a race fan and you want some collectibles or hats, shirts, they had stuff killer.
Anything racing related.
Like $10 shirts and $10 hats. I mean, it was, yeah.
They had pieces of side panels and
everything.
So yeah,
See all that
die
stuff.
casts, cards.
So we didn't stay there long. We just went to see where Kyle Lockrow was going to be. I guess he was down there signing autographs at one of the tents. And it was the tent that the guy, he has this place in Mooresville, but I'm not sure what the name of the place is. Danny and Grace Cards probably knows the place, the collectibles. It's in the old mill over there in Mooresville, right in town. So then we went to lunch. We went to Cheddar's. Again, because actually we went to Cheddar's with Ronnie Thomas and Skip Pollitt, James Swavely, and some of our friends one of these other nights. So Cheddar's is a good place to eat. Was that our first time? My first time.
I think we've been to one before, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah. So they sponsored the Kyle Busch's card, as you saw yesterday.
Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. Is that what it was called? Scratch Kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good food.
Yeah.
So that was then we went to the Coquina Marina. We hung out by the pool waited on Scott to come back from taking
the ladies out.
Manisha and a couple other ladies. They all went out on the Intercoastal Waterway. When they got back, that's when Scott said, "Do you want to go back to the race? You want to go to the race tonight?" And we were like, "Well, I guess we could stay another night." So that's what we ended up doing. We ended up staying. We got our bags, got just what we needed to stay in the camper, and we went to the race.
And it was like 2:30 before the race ended.
Oh, it was crazy the way they kept putting it off.
Kept having delays.
But it was a good time. We went down on the pits, and the delays, but it didn't matter. The time still kind of flew, so it was neat. We got to do all that stuff. So I got to see the old pit stops, the way with the 5 lug nuts now, or they didn't have just the one, but
we got in trouble.
We
the official made me get off the wall.
Oh, I told you he was going to do that. Yeah. You can't sit on a pit wall when the race is going on. That's just the way it is. Golly, what am I going to do with you?
Well, I tried.
So yeah, we had a good time. We had a really good time that night, and then we ended up staying. And then we also went over to some of the party tents. We had our friend Scott Crow had his party tent down there.
Yeah.
We went and hung out with the Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
They were I don't know if they were the mechanics or they were
actually flying them.
Oh, okay. Well, they had the numbers on their shirts too, so
that means that's the formation they were in.
Well, that's what I figured. It was the plane
the
number or whatever, the number of their formation. So
there were 8 or 9.
It was something like that.
We didn't meet all of them, but we met most of them.
So we wondered how that was going to work out with the rain coming in Saturday, but we got up Saturday morning. We were awakened Saturday morning by the airplane. I mean, I'm laying there asleep, CPAP, and all of a sudden here comes these jet, really loud. I'm not that loud. So they went by over and over and over again. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to get out my camera and go out there and take some video. And I did. So we went out and went and got ready, and then we left and drove all the way back home.
Yeah. Fun times.
Yes.
And we didn't hit much rain on the way home, which was good because they were expecting rain all day Sunday. No, yeah. What day did we leave?
Saturday. Because it was going to rain all day Saturday and pretty much Sunday too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what was your favorite part of the trip, Tracy?
Oh my gosh, you like putting me on the spot. My favorite part of the trip. I don't know, just the whole experience, I guess.
Yeah.
I enjoy seeing our old friends. Lots of old friends.
Skip, you took him a pair of boots.
Yes, I took him a pair of boots. So he likes my boots because when we were in where is it we go?
Mount Airy.
Mount Airy.
Yep.
The name slipped my mind. But when we were in Mount Airy, he commented on my boots. And for his birthday, we bought him, can I say it?
Yeah.
We bought him a blow-up doll and got a little dress for her. And because he kept commenting on my boots, I got him a pair of boots to put on Susie. He named her Susie. So he laughed. He enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And it was good to see him. It was good to see all of our friends from there. Mm-hmm. It was good to get to talk to Kyle. It was good to, get to hang out with Sterling. And of course, we love Scott. And who else did we see? Just everybody.
Will Cronkite, I got with him quite a bit. Stoney Ballard came out.
Bill Blair.
Yep, our good friend Stoney Ballard there. Look at him. He's Superman on the front of the car.
And he sat on your lap.
Yeah, he sat on my lap.
And I got a picture.
Yeah.
It's blurry.
There we go. Yeah. Superman. That's him right here in the front of the car. 1987. Oh, I'm over here. Right there. 1987 when Davey Allison won his first race at Talladega there. That was him. And this is whenever they went in to fill in the crew on Bill Elliott's car and him and his brothers. And then, of course, the movie, the six-pack movie. Well, this is them with Joey with anyway, a bunch of them. You'll see. The six-pack movie was basically they followed Stoney and his family around, and that was that. So Joey Knuckles was the one I was thinking about. Was in this picture too, but it's kind of small. It's too small for you to see. Okay. So where was the Beaver Bar?
We passed it when we were driving. You just didn't see it. You were sleeping.
Oh shit! Oh, the official. Yeah, Philip. I did tell the official that. He said you should tell the official. You should have told the official that you more than the official been working there. Yeah,
we
Traci
did.
ended up telling him.
Yeah, I was like, my husband used to be the jack man. He was like, oh, okay, and then he started talking to David.
Yeah, we talked for a while after that. He was very nice.
He was very nice, but we did get.
He actually come over and was like, that's just a policy, and I'm like, yeah.
I understood.
I know that we couldn't stand there for very long. Yeah. So because I've already, as many years as I went to the racetrack, I knew exactly what's going to happen.
I was surprised how far back he made us stand away. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was just surprised at.
But whenever Traci told him that I was a jack man and all this stuff, then he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And then we just started talking about that, and it's a pretty cool conversation. Very nice.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Yeah. So, what did you think about the size of the Daytona track compared to you? You've been to Charlotte. You've been to Martinsville.
So I've never really seen it from the inside. So from the inside, it just looks gigantic because you've got different parts of it. Mm-hmm. So Scott took us around to different points of view. He took us to 3 different points of view to be able to watch the race. And the first time when they started the race, it was the truck race, he took us to turn 3. Is that right? Or turn 2?
Turn 1 was the first one.
The first one he took us to. Anyways, we were beside the bathrooms. And then you had to speed, and then all of a sudden you hear, whoa! Yeah. And it was just like, wow. Mm-hmm. But that was my favorite.
Turn 3 was your favorite. That was
the first place we went to.
Oh, okay. I was thinking we went to turn 1 first. Okay.
No, we went to 3 first.
I guess we went to 3, 1, and 3, but then the next night we was all over 2.
But yeah, that was very cool. So I appreciate Scott for all he did for us and taking us around and treating us like royalty.
Yeah, it was definitely a memorable trip for us, for sure. And Andy made a comment about this being in a new studio, but, we actually started here. What,
6-7 years ago?
Yeah, it's been a while back. We actually started sitting on the couch over there, or not that couch, but our old couch. Yeah. This is how we kind of started the show. And then
took it out to the shop.
And then took it down to the beer man's place there. Yeah. When he lived 5 miles away from us.
Yeah, when he was here with us. Till he deserted us.
Yeah. And then so we did the show there for a while. And then we ended up moving to the 113 North Center. And then we ended up at 101 South Center Street in Statesville at the new studio. And now here we are back again. But we're going to figure something out if we're going to do it here or.
We did it at Signal Hill for a couple times too.
Yeah, we have done it at Signal Hill.
That was the first time, we did it in the studio. It was at Signal Hill.
Yeah. I meant to grab Will Cronkite's book too. I've got it in there. This is going to be a good book. I'm looking forward to reading that. And then Will Cronkite's book you can find on NASCARredneck.com. And his is I Was a NASCAR Redneck. So he's a great guy, great book. But we have.
And the irony from that is because he was born in Michigan, right? Michigan?
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah. I meant to look up September 14th. Is that when it is?
Yeah.
Mount Airy Moonshiners and Racers Reunion is going to be on September 14th in Mount Airy, of course. So we're going to go up there for that. It'll be a Friday and a Saturday, Friday night and Saturday event for us, as it usually is.
We might try to stay at a different hotel this time. We might try to stay at the Mayberry Inn.
Oh, yeah, maybe we can do that this time.
Yeah. The last 2 times we've stayed at the Quality Inn, but maybe we'll stay at the Mayberry Inn.
Oh, okay, so Scott got Jeff Badine's book. I saw he was there, Geoffrey. He spelled it the regular way. I know he knows better. But he was there at, he was there on Wednesday at the Streamline Hotel. The Streamline Hotel.
Did I see him?
He was, I pointed to him whenever we were leaving. He was downstairs. The Streamline Hotel is where they got everybody together.
Did the contract, right?
Including Bill Blair, his dad, and them to sign. Yeah, they signed the contract and figure out, I guess, who was going to do what, whatever, and for the racing down there in that'd have been 1947, 48's when they raced. Well, they did an exhibition type race, and then they ended up racing in 1949. Daytona was the third race of this year. It was Charlotte was the very first, 1949. A lot of people don't realize that. The old Charlotte Speedway, which was a wooden track, but yes,
wooden track.
Mount Airy. Yep, we're going to be up there for that. That's going to be a good time. And
Jim Dooley says we need to build a.
Oh.
But my suggestion.
Here's an idea.
No, my suggestion is we get a little building, like a storage building, and make it into like a racing studio. You need some of my tea?
Yeah, I need some.
Don't show the advertisers because they don't pay us. We don't get paid for sponsorship.
Okay. So,
yeah, I would like to have a little shed.
Well, hang on a minute.
And make it a little racing studio.
We got this camper.
Because your building is stuffed.
All right. Yes, we can do it in my shop, but we have this camper that belonged to Robert Yates and also belonged to Mike Hilton. And I could set my stuff up in the camper and we could do a show out of the camper. But she don't like the idea. So, I mean, it's nostalgic. It was Robert Yates's. So,
I mean, it's all right.
And I actually do have my room, a studio that has a lot of racing memorabilia in it. But right now you can't hardly walk in it because I got so much stuff. Okay. I'm going to have to,
need a man cave or a she shed. That's what I was suggesting.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll build something in or just do something like that. So,
his first thought was the what?
The RRE.
Are you sure?
Or the RV. The RV.
Oh,
sorry.
RV.
Yeah. Yeah, see? And Scott says you're better off setting up a studio in the garage. Yeah, probably so. I could do that. Because I got enough.
Paint the camper to look like a pit box.
Tables.
The camper actually on the outside has a race car. So it's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes the camper idea.
It's the camper looks, it's got the car of tomorrow. I guess it was the futuristic car was the idea at the time to have that. Yeah, there's Tracy Warren. Hey, Tracy.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I could show what we're working on while we're doing the show in the garage. You already got it decorated. Okay, so Dickie had mentioned doing it this show tonight in the shop, and but I was catering to my wife because she didn't want to go out there because it's a little bit chilly this evening.
Yeah.
So
I'm fragile. I
chose to do it in the house here.
See,
in the heat.
Happy wife.
Happy wife. Yeah. There
Well, it's not that. I mean, hello, I'm helping him with the show. Mm-hmm. So make me a little happy in the process.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'll work on it.
Yeah, summer's coming. I'll do it in the summertime. I don't mind the summertime, but I don't do cold. I don't do cold.
Mm-hmm. And so what I'm working on right now is that there's an 85 Camaro Z28. I've been working on that some. And then there's the 69.
And I give great
Mustang.
back rubs.
Oh yeah, shoulder rubs. She puts me on my knees if she starts touching my shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much. So.
He said his son laughed because I said I'm fragile.
Oh yeah.
fragile. I guess it's the way I said it.
Fragile.
Yeah.
You know, like on a Christmas Story.
Yeah.
He's like, fragile. Oh, must be French. Or I might have added that, but whatever. Yeah. All right, Tracy, got anything else? We talked a little bit about the race. Hey, the finish of the Atlanta race was pretty awesome, but
Dargan's on.
Oh, hey, Dargan.
We were talking about you earlier, Dargan.
Yep. There you go.
What does he say? Because mine's not showing anything.
He says we have a garage here in Ocala. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I told you we can take this show on the road.
That's right. We need to take it to Florida.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But not during hurricane season.
Yeah.
When you coming back? Bike week. You keep messing it up and I can't see it. Bike week is next week. Everybody's already starting to come on down 2 weeks. So, little situation.
My sister's going.
His sister's going, so we have to stay home to help Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Because she can't be alone.
Yep.
Tracy just sponsored Bojangles. I tried not to, and you're not supposed to be telling. Junior gets paid to sponsor Bojangles. I don't.
That's true. Sounds like Tracy wants to move to Florida permanently, Hamm. You know what? When we first started dating, she told me she wanted to do.
I would like to move to Florida, yeah.
Yeah, so there. There's got her moving in. Yeah, might be. I mean, you know.
We got a big enough camper we can park it on his parking thing.
Yeah.
They need to pay Tracy. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, why don't you work on that? Bojangles. You go there enough. Go get us a Bojangles sponsor.
You think they would do 2 people? They do Junior already.
They got plenty of money.
Scott says no, not today.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to our next trip to Florida. That was a good time. And definitely, I got a lot of video, so I'll be posting. And it's coming up real soon. I got a video. Oh, one of the most fun things that we did, and I was kind of hesitant to even go over there to see it because I didn't realize it was such a big deal. But the wheelbarrow racing.
Oh.
Wheelbarrow racing.
Wheelbarrow racing.
That was hilarious. And I got a lot of video. It's a lot of it's got a lot of music in it. Copyright. I don't want to get copyright stuff. So
you'd have to mute it.
Yeah, I could add my own music from YouTube. That kind of stuff. I'll figure it out. I got to do some editing.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, it's not something I can just pop up there on screen. I had to actually do some editing. So, but I'll tell you what, it took me about a week to recover from that trip. And I'm still recovering. Today was Monday, went back to work. And it's like...
Yeah, but we've already been back to work for a week.
Yeah, true.
He's still recovering 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm. I guess so. But,
so, does anybody have questions for us? I know you're watching this, but if you have any questions, pop them on there real quick.
All right, so I'm using StreamYard, and it's actually a deal that I can have call-ins. I can have somebody can call. I mean, not right now.
How are they going to call?
Eventually. But you could call and I could put you on the screen. All they got to do is there's an app for StreamYard.
Us. How are we going to answer a phone?
No, you don't have to. It shows up on here. I send them the invite by email, and then it pops up on the screen, and you just add them. See, look right here. This is me, but device is not connected. See, well, that's something else. That was because the computer.
I'm not texting
anyway
at all.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got this right here.
Oh.
My soundboard and computer. I've got microphones. I got all the stuff that I need. So
if you need music for your videos, Bill Downing knows a garage band. LOL.
Garage band, LOL.
Are y'all planning on attending any up and coming races?
That's what we need to.
No, probably not.
So,
how far was it for you to Daytona? So it is technically about an 8-hour drive, but it took us about 9 because we stopped a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't stop for food, but we stopped.
So Tracy, back to your Tracy Warren says if you need music, yeah. So I actually used music from one of my friends that has a band. I used it in my intro to one of the videos, and it said a copyright, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" And he sent me a form that says that it's okay to use his music, but I was just like, nah, I just won't use it.
Forget it.
Yeah. 500 miles.
Dargan says, we certainly enjoyed having you two with us 2 weeks ago. We enjoy it. We thoroughly enjoy it.
Very much so.
And what's funny is my
great.
boss, when I got back, she was talking about, no, it wasn't my boss. It was one of my customers. She was seeing the videos on Facebook, and she says, looks like you had a really good time. And she says, just from the videos, it looks like you guys had a really good time.
Yeah, it was great. I'm looking forward to next time. So, yeah, thank you so much for that, Dargan.
Yeah.
Great time.
We appreciate everything.
Yeah, for sure. And do it all over again in 2025.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And they already know at work that I'll take that time off.
Yeah. Well, see, what David does is he busts butt. Where'd all the stuff go? What'd you do?
Oh, they were good.
So, what does that say? Ticker.
Oh, you want the comments? No, that's something else. Here we go.
See, he's changing stuff on me.
Yeah.
Now he
understands.
Now he doesn't know why I get lost.
Mm-hmm.
But Jim Dooley, one mic from my house.
He makes 1 mile.
Oh.
Pop it up here.
Where is it?
Oh, I don't know. Where'd it go? There it is. 1 mile from my house.
Is the auto train to Daytona.
Oh.
Drive on, wake up in Daytona, sound like a plan.
Oh.
You know, I've always wanted to take a train.
That's actually.
Is that the same train Dick
really
took?
Cool idea.
Scott? Is that the same train Dick took?
It might be.
He was talking about it
Took it
being
to
so
Miami?
fast. He said it was like, no, it didn't go to Miami. It goes to Orlando.
Oh.
Orlando.
To Orlando. Okay.
I think. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe it was to Miami. It was to Miami.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was to Miami.
Yeah.
Scott says, no, that's not the same train. Stop picking.
I know. I picked it. Anyway, yeah. No, you know what you meant.
That's the bright
Jim.
line.
Yeah, that's cool, Jim. I'd like to try that. To go from you go get on the train and you fall asleep and you wake up and you're in Daytona.
They take your car. They
What?
take you on your car.
What? It don't have to be a smart car, does it? Like he's
I have a mid-size car.
No, Jim's got a smart car.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Wow. Oh, Scott says that's the bright line.
Yeah. They take your car. Huh.
Dickie said Rural Feast.
Well, we already told we looked like we'd been eating some good.
Yeah.
Looks like y'all ate well.
Yes. Oh gosh.
He says, or RV.
Yeah.
Jim, our RV is so big, we don't have a vehicle strong enough to tow it. It's 39 foot long.
Yeah.
Pull behind.
I mean, I could tow it, but it probably wouldn't get that far.
We wouldn't get far at all.
Like burn up the transmission.
Yeah.
Overheat it or something.
That's cool. I didn't know they had a train that would.
Yeah, it is.
You could put your car on.
Yeah. Good night, dear Philip. All right, so we're gonna go and hope y'all have a great rest of your week. If you got any ideas for us, just put them out here. Yeah, leave a comment on either on YouTube or on Facebook, and we will do our best to accommodate. And you got anything, Tracy?
No.
What is this?
Mine's different. I don't see everything. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, that was earlier. Okay. Yeah. This is comments coming in on Facebook and on YouTube right here.
Okay.
By the way.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So you're probably just on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm on just YouTube.
Okay.
No wonder why. I was like, why am I not seeing these?
Yeah, if y'all don't mind, hit that thumbs up.
Look up auto train from
Lorton, Virginia to Florida.
That's a long drive. Let's go up to Virginia to come back down to Florida.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. Look at this. What's Scott say? Say goodnight.
Okay. Say goodnight, Dick.
It's supposed to be click. No, I don't know. All right. So y'all have a great week. We'll see you.
Wait. No, it says Dick.
Yeah. I don't know.
I got glasses and I can't half see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So,
well, we hope we've kept y'all entertained.
Yeah.
Because, David keeps me entertained. Do you remember the show Laughing?
Oh, that's
yes.
What that was. Yes.
Vaguely.
Yes.
Good night, all. Love the show. You guys.
You too. You too.
You guys.
Yeah. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you next time. We'll
me and my fragile self.
Yeah, we'll come up with some more stuff for next week or week after.
We'll see if David can do some tricks.
Get my harmonica out. I'm sure Jim will like that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a great week, and don't work too hard. Get plenty of rest and all that good stuff. Love you, mean it. Hugs and kisses. Glad y'all came to spend some time.
I just want to see everybody say good night.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for.
We're just waiting for y'all to say good night, and then we'll go.
Scott says, love you, mean it.
That's what I was reading.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that.
I was, but I was kind of saying it the same thing he was saying. Y'all too, Jared McGuire.
Y'all too. Well, thanks
See you,
for
buddy.
saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.